What's up YouTube? Prince here at Urban Acolyte TV. This video is about Star Wars Rebels, so in case you haven't been watching that series on Disney XD, you're going to want to start watching after I'm done with this video. Okay, so I'm not going to beat around the bush at all. Anthony Breznican, a senior writer for Entertainment Weekly, just tweeted out this picture to go with an article he just published on the Entertainment Weekly website that has a trailer for the second half of Season 2 on Star Wars Rebels. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that Ezra's holding a lightsaber with the crossguard design just like the one Kylo Ren uses in The Force Awakens. According to the Force Awakens Visual Dictionary, the crossguard design lightsaber is an ancient design that dates back thousands of years to the Great Scourge of Malachor. Now, if you listen to the dialogue in the trailer, there are two things that will stick out. One is that the Inquisitors say that the Jedi are growing stronger, and a number of people saying that Ezra's being drawn to the dark side of the Force. Now, this part is interesting because in my Force Awakens predictions video, I said that I felt like Ezra would fall to the dark side of the Force and that he'd have some kind of connection to Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren. There are several shots of Ezra activating a Sith holocron, and it appears that Ezra, Kanan, and Ahsoka are inside some kind of structure housing Sith artifacts, possibly a Sith temple. Now, we see all kinds of clips where Kanan is confronted by the Temple Guardians at the Jedi Temple. Ahsoka is confronted first by Anakin Skywalker and then by Darth Vader. And we see a shot of Ezra speaking with a cloaked figure who goes by the name of Old Master. Now, I couldn't get a good shot of the Old Master, but it appears to me to be Darth Maul. The article from Entertainment Weekly also said that the last half of Season 2 will have all kinds of tie-ins to The Force Awakens. Now, people are already buzzing about Ezra meeting the Old Master and if it has any connection to Supreme Leader Snoke and the Knights of Ren. Now, this is just me making a speculation, but do you remember how Luke confronts Darth Vader in the cave on Dagobah during The Empire Strikes Back? I think that when Ezra, Kanan, and Ahsoka go to the Sith Temple, Ezra activates something which causes them all to see Force visions. They're basically going to confront their worst fears. I think Kanan is taken back to the Jedi Temple and he has to deal with his own feelings of inadequacy as a Jedi. See, Kanan was taken as a Padawan literally days before Order 66 was carried out. His master died fighting off their clone troopers so that Kanan could escape. Ahsoka's greatest fear is that her master Anakin Skywalker has become Darth Vader, and well, we'll just have to keep watching and see how that one works out for Ahsoka. As for Ezra, I think Ezra is in a hurry to become powerful so that he can save his friends and either find his parents or punish the Empire for their deaths. If you really think about it, it makes you wonder if the warning against Luke going to Cloud City to confront Vader and save his friends was because Ezra also was struggling with that same issue. I don't think Ezra really meets the Old Master, Darth Maul, or Supreme Leader Snoke, or whoever this person is. But what I do think is that from this experience, Ezra will still be drawn to the dark side of the Force. Think of it this way. I know this guy who becomes a world champion bodybuilder. I think he has like 9 consecutive titles for natural bodybuilding. And as it turns out, he wrote in his book that he got into bodybuilding to protect himself from the abuses he faced growing up. I think Ezra is very similar to my bodybuilding friend. I think that his intentions are good, but he's chasing power as a coping mechanism to deal with the loss of his family and his fear of losing his new family. Remember what Yoda says. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. And hate leads to suffering. I think something we'll have to watch for as Rebels moves forward up to the point of the timeline meeting with episode 4 is if Ezra is affected at all by his encounter with the old master and whatever happens in this Sith temple. Now, personally, I believe that Ezra is going to continue seeking out Jedi and Sith relics and artifacts. I think Ezra will have ties to the events in The Force Awakens. I don't know if that means Ezra becomes a dark Jedi and being the person who inspires Kylo Ren to start the Knights of Ren, or if Ezra goes into unexplored regions or the unknown regions of space and becomes a student of Supreme Leader Snoke. Remember that Snoke tells Kylo Ren that he has had other students. He tells Kylo Ren that he's the most gifted of his students. Anyway, I'm excited for the second half of Season 2 on Star Wars Rebels. How about you? Do you think that Ezra will have any connection to Kylo Ren? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Some other things worth noting are that we see a third Inquisitor who'll be joining the hunt for the Rebel Force users. We also see several shots of Princess Leia, who will actually be on next week's episode if you're seeing this video before January 20th, 2016. Something else cool is that we'll be introduced to Cham Syndulla, who is actually Hera's father. If you haven't read the Dark Lords of the Sith novel, then you really should. I won't spoil it for you, but we begin to see the start of an official rebellion on Ryloth when Cham and his associates attempt to assassinate Darth Vader and the Emperor. Well, okay guys, I'm running way behind on my Supreme Leader Snoke video, but I'm going to do my best to get that posted this weekend. Also, I'm going to start on some videos about Rey, especially my thoughts on her as we start building up to episode 8. Also, I'm going to begin posting videos about Rogue One, which is coming out in December. So, if you haven't seen them already, check this video out where John Boyega talks about Finn's role in episode 8, and this video about Finn hearing the screaming coming from the Hosnian Prime system before it gets blown up by the First Order. So, y'all keep on breathing, and I'll talk to you all another time. Also, may the Force be with you. Bye.